Hi everyone. Um, it's Carmine again. Uh, Hope everyone's doing okay. Uh, the reason that I wanted to talk today is because I wanted to talk about grief, and I wanted to share my story with grief. So two years ago, in I would say March of 2022 through no sorry April through May, my uncle who he had been going through a lot of stuff his whole life. Um, I really resonated with him because we kind of had the same childhood essentially. Um, so he was kind of like an idol for me, like a really nice role model. Eventually, in March of 2022, he moved out here to Texas to stay with my mom and I and my brothers. But he had a drinking problem, and so that would always affect him. He was in and out of jail because of it. A bunch of different stuff happened, and he had two little girls who are my cousins. I'm not gonna say their names for safety reasons, but I uh, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed having him out here, and it was really fun. We would always do stuff together, and go to the gym, paintball. Go to the arcade. Um, but um, you know, I was young. I was 16 when he came out here to live with us, and it was just young me, enjoying my time hanging out with my uncle, and um, we went to the gym one night, and after the gym we went to this gas station, and we got some food, we chilled, just watching Family Guy, but then he pulled out two beers after the gym in my car. And mind you, I'm 16 at the time, so like I freshly had my license, so I would have been screwed if we got pulled over. Um, but I didn't say anything to my mom at the time because I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. Even though I was against drinking at the time, I didn't drink or smoke then. Um, it's a different story now because I'm older, but yeah. And then I don't know, just as time went on, I just I don't know. I didn't really think much of it until one day I sat down on my bed and I heard like a crunch. I was like, that's weird, because I didn't have like a wooden bed frame or anything. So I lifted up my mattress and underneath was like so many beer cans, and my uncle was hiding them under my bed because he didn't want my mom to find out, which was fair, but once again I didn't say anything until like a week later. My uncle had hid more beer cans in my room, and I decided like enough was enough. Like I gotta tell my mom so we can help him. Cause the whole purpose for him to come out here was to stop drinking, and he was on path to get a pretty good job out here. Um, but I remember I told my mom about it. She's like, okay, I'll talk to him tomorrow. And so the next day rolls around. I go to sleep. I wake up and I go to school. And I come back from school and my uncle's car is in there. And I'm like, Mom, where's Uncle Michael? And she's like, oh, I kicked him out. And my heart just sank. I didn't know what to do. So I like started yelling at her. I was like, why would you yell at why would you kick him out without talking to me? Like blah blah blah. Like I thought we were supposed to help him. And then she explained like, oh, I just had enough of his like shit and everything. And she didn't really give him like any warnings. Like she just fully kicked him out. And I go to check Life 360 because one of the agreements that we had was we had to have his location, me and my mom. And so I look at his location because I'm about to go get in my car and find him. And he was at the airport. Um, I didn't know where he was going at the time, but I assumed it was back to Nevada where his girls were. Um, and I just kind of had to deal with it for a bit, and I didn't think it was that bad, but I was definitely really shaken up about it. Um, and then fast forward a year into February, and I'm at school. It's a Friday, and I'm about to get out of school, and I get a call from my mom, saying that she's been in Nevada for a week. This is last year, so February 2023. Um, she's been in Nevada for a week, and my uncle was dying, and I just panicked. I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like he can't die? Like, I don't know what you're going on about." And she said she had offered me and my sister, um, 2 plane tickets to, mind you, at the time, at this point in time, neither me or my sister are living with my mom, but that's a story for another time. Um, she had offered us plane tickets to go out to see our uncle, while he's in hospice, and I immediately agreed. I said yes. I'll pack my stuff when I get home. I'll drive to the airport. I'll text Jasmine about it, and we'll go. Jasmine's my sister. Um, and so I get home. I tell dad. Dad immediately agrees. He's like, yes, I think you should go out there. So from Friday to Monday morning, I was in Nevada, and I saw my uncle. And I remember landing and just staying with my grandma, and then she takes us to go see our uncle, and I'm just like, I just start crying, like right when I get in the room, and I see him just in the bed, he's this 6'4" man, just dying, just super yellow. He could barely speak. He couldn't even form full sentences, and I had to deal with it. And it was not a fun sight to see, but I don't know. I had to be strong, and um, it he ended up dying a week later because I went back to Texas, and I remember that following Sunday, my mom had texted me, "Your Uncle Michael has passed," and I just fell to my knees. I think I was at home, and I literally could not believe it, and I felt so guilty because like he was supposed to live with us. He was supposed to bring his girls out here, and they were supposed to be happy, but they don't really. His girls don't have a dad anymore, so yeah. But I don't know. Since then, I've just had this uneasy feeling of guilt that I kind of had a way to do with it. I kind of felt like I had killed him because I was the one who told my mom and got him sent off back to Nevada. Um, and it's something I haven't gotten over still. Even to this day, I'm about to be 19 tomorrow. And I don't know. I just it's felt so long without him, but I feel like our time was so short together. I remember being young. He was like that fun uncle for me. He would play games with me, and we would watch movies, and he he was there for me a lot. My mom didn't really want him around me and my sister because he was a punk kid. He was in his early 20s, and he was actually a teenager when I was born. So him and I are really close in age. But I can't really do anything about it. And a few days ago at work, I was in my van alone delivering some technology, and I was listening to Adrienne Lanker. I don't know if you guys know who she is. I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name, but there was a song called I don't remember the name. I'm sorry, but I listened to it, and it just destroyed me, and I was just thinking about my uncle the whole time, and I had to like just stop at one of the schools I was at and just like kind of like really like lock in for a second, just like be, I had to like just breathe, and I was wiping away the tears out of my eyes, and I just was like, all right, like you need to get through today, and just go. um that really added to my depression for a little bit. And I don't know, I really feel like there definitely was another way around it, but I don't have an answer for what I could have done differently. I could have not told my mom, and he might have still been here, but in another universe, she still would have found out anyways, that he was drinking. So I don't know, but I just want to let everyone know that, like, even if someone in your life is doing something that you don't think is right, like, obviously check up on them, and like talk to your other family members about them, because like you never know what someone's going through. I've had my fair share of that recently. My sister calls me a lot. My parents have been calling me more than usual. But I miss having my uncle around. He was a really great guy. I think everyone deserves an Uncle Michael in their life. So that brings me to the conclusion of this video. But I do want to say this. If I ever get enough money, I'm gonna use that wealth to build a basketball park, or like courts in underdeveloped neighborhoods. To give kids outlets, for anything they need, whether it's depression or things are shaky at home, or they just need a way to get out of whatever situation they are. I wanna give kids a chance to shine and prove that they have talent, because people have taken chances on me and I took it for granted. But I don't want anyone else to feel like they only have one chance and that's it. This is all our first time living, so we're all trying to learn how to do this together. So I figure while I'm here, I might as well help some people learn what they're good at. So the park would be named after my uncle, Michael. So yeah, but I hope you guys are doing good. Check up on your loved ones. Talk to your pets. Apologize to someone who you wronged, or they wronged. Just don't live with so much regret. Don't ever live life thinking like, oh, I could have done this differently, I could have done that differently, because it affects you, and it'll stay with you for forever, until you just accept it and you forgive yourself for something that you might have not even done, but you owe it to yourself to bring you out of wherever you are. So anyways, I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.